Lucara Diamond is a Canadian diamond mining company with a producing mine and exploration license in Botswana. Lucara Diamond is a member of the Lundin Group, and the stock is traded at Nasdaq Stockholm and the Botswana Stock Exchange. Warm welcome, Ira Thomas, CEO and President of Lucara Diamond.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Could you start by giving us a brief update about the company?
Sure. So we are currently entering our 11th year of continuous operations at our 100% owned Karowe Diamond Mine, which, as you pointed out, is situated in Botswana. This mine is renowned for its production of very large, high-value white diamonds. And in fact, we are the only diamond mine in history to have ever produced 3 diamonds in excess of 1,000 carats in size. We are currently in the midst of a very exciting expansion opportunity at Karowe. We're investing approximately $500 million to sink shafts to 800 meters below the surface and develop an underground opportunity, which will allow us to access the most valuable part of the ore body and ultimately deliver significantly higher revenues than we've experienced from our mining opportunity at Karowe to date.
And what's the timeline for this project? When could we see this in the revenue?
So it's a big project. We began in earnest about a year ago following the completion of a project financing, which secured all of the capital to fully finance the project. And our aim is to be delivering ore from underground at Karowe in late 2026. So we've got about 3 more years ahead of us of shaft sinking. In the meantime, we continue to produce from our open pit and feed our plant continuously at the production rate that we have experienced basically over the last 5 years.
And what's the most important drivers for demand in diamonds?
Well, it's an interesting time actually to be relooking at the diamond space, in my opinion. What we're seeing globally now is that rough diamond supply is actually on a market decline. This is because of large world-class operations that are nearing their natural end of life. The Argyle Diamond Mine shut down about 18 months ago, and that has had quite a positive impact on the prices of diamonds. So looking forward, we don't see any new large mining opportunities in diamonds that are coming along that could, significantly impact supply to the positive. So we anticipate strong support for diamond prices over the next several years.
So no big diamond mining, but what do you think about lab-grown diamonds? Is that big?
Yes, lab-grown has definitely increased its market share, but I think the other thing to understand about lab-grown is the technology to produce a diamond in a lab continues to improve, and the technology is getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So what we're seeing is that the prices for lab-grown diamonds are also getting cheaper and cheaper, and that really actually helps to differentiate lab-grown from natural diamonds. And they really have bifurcated in a way where they're really almost 2 different marketplaces now. And what we have learned through that exercise is that people are still buying natural mined diamonds to commemorate life's most important moments. These are diamonds, from the earth, billions of years old, and they are the preferred gifting opportunity to celebrate those important milestones, and they hold their value, unlike lab-grown diamonds, which again continue to get cheaper and cheaper.
Okay, so you see this upswing in lab-grown diamonds actually as an opportunity rather than a threat?
We don't see it as a threat. We see it as, again, 2 marketplaces that really are not competitive. And just back on your question around demand, what we have seen is healthy demand for diamond jewelry over the last several years. I think the fact that large luxury brands like Louis Vuitton are increasing their exposure to diamond jewelry. They purchased Tiffany last year for more than $12 billion, is a testament to their belief that diamond jewelry is going to continue to improve and perform well as a luxury consumer product.
And how is the demand connected to the general economic cycle, and how cyclical is the demand for diamonds?
Well, you know what we found is that it's really not that cyclical. There is no question that the current kind of global economic pressures and things like inflation have resulted in a softening of diamond prices at the end of 2022 and as we go into 2023. But again, not significant erosion. It's really more stable than anything else. And we have seen much stronger prices over the last 3 years than we saw in the preceding 5-year period, again, attributable to the fact that global supplies of naturally mined diamonds are definitely on the decline.
And what's your approach to sustainability, and how do you protect your workers in the mine?
That is a great question. Something we're super proud of at Lucara is our relationship with Botswana. We are a mine that is largely Botswanan-led. In fact, over 98% of our workforce is from Botswana, including our managing director and our general manager. We are also a large employer of women. Our average is 30% female employment. The global average is only 15%. So this is something we're continuously striving towards. And we have the first ever female managing director of a mine in Botswana who was born and educated in Botswana, which is something we're also very proud of. More broadly with sustainability, we are working very closely with the government of Botswana and our local communities of interest to establish their priorities for a sustainable future. One of the top priorities of the government has been around food security. Botswana currently imports the vast majority of its food. So we have been investing in agricultural projects which we support and finance, but are ultimately owned by our communities that are successfully creating businesses that will be sustained, we believe, long after the mining has been completed at Karowe, which fortunately is not for many years yet. At least 2040 is our production plans for Karowe.
So you have a large sustainability guidelines that you follow?
We do. We publish an annual report. We are a member of the United Nations Global Compact. We report on 10 of their 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And our sustainability report can be downloaded from our website. We're also a member of the Responsible Jewelry Council, where we report under the Kimberley process, and we're also a member of the Natural Diamond Council.
But being in Botswana and having a diamond mining, in terms of sustainability, what are the most crucial and challenging parts?
Listen, it's mining, so it has an impact. So our goal is to minimize that impact and to balance off that impact with opportunities and upsides. So we're extremely proud that we're a large employer in Botswana. The Botswanan economy has really been built on diamond mining going back 50 years. They are owners of this resource. So they have used revenues to build roads and schools and hospitals. And so that in turn has allowed us to really access top talent within Botswana, which I think in and of itself makes it quite a sustainable business. I think our challenge is like any mining opportunity. It's really working very closely with our local stakeholders to manage their expectations around their social goals, but also our commitment to the environment and obviously to governance as well. Maybe, without belaboring this too much, but on the environmental side, like most mining companies, we're looking hard at our carbon footprint. We are in the midst of completing a feasibility study for the solar project, which we believe will go a long way towards offsetting our carbon contributions.
Could you tell us about the Lucara Diamond solutions? How will this impact and change the marketplace for trading diamonds?
Thank you for asking that. We are very excited about Lucara. Lucara is currently disrupting the way diamonds have traditionally been sold. We are using technology to create a more efficient marketplace, a modern marketplace, and a marketplace that provides accountability, traceability, and transparency, which we believe consumers today absolutely want to see when they purchase a stone. So Clara is really about using technology to sell diamonds individually against specific demand, turning an age-old marketplace that was very push style to a demand-driven pull style sales system, which is beneficial to all the participants in the value chain. We rolled out Clara a couple of years ago now. It continues to ramp up. We are now more than 40% of the volume on Clara is from third-party sources of rough diamond supply, whereas a couple of years ago, 100% of the diamond supply came from our own mine. But increasingly, we are attracting other sellers of rough diamonds, and that is our big ambition. Within 5 years, we would like to get to 10% of global market share, to be transacting 10% of all diamond transactions around the world.
And except that, what's your other long-term financial and strategy goals?
For Clara?
And for Clara and for
yeah, listen, I mean, we are super focused on getting this underground built on time and on budget. It's going well. The main sinking started in the middle of last year, and that's gone a little bit slower than we anticipated. But we are having good success with our first grouting program and getting into a good rhythm. And so we will expect to give a fulsome update, sometime in the second quarter on how that's progressing. But we're very pleased with our progress to date. The open pit will continue to deliver ore until the underground is ready to turn on. And in the event we see any kind of schedule delay, then we will be turning to 6 years of stockpiles that we've built up at surface as a buffer. But overall, feeling very good about the progress we've made on the underground so far, and the progress that we're making on Clara.
All right. Thank you very much, Ira.
Thank you very much for having me.